Welcome back, guys. Another day in the shop. Nothing over here. Anyways, after the drift event, if you guys watched the video up in Tucson, we were filling up the catch can. So I'm going to pull the valve cover off that truck, and I'm going to go ahead and try and make like this little thing to go on it. I'll kind of explain right here. I have the old valve cover. So let me get this camera set up and I'll talk to you guys about this and show you what I'm talking about. So we have this little baffle, and the way this works is your crankcase pressure builds up in here, and this is open back here. So if we take that out, you can kind of see that it's open back here, so the air can flow in, and then it goes this way. And there's a baffle here. I don't know if you can see that. That baffle fits into here. So the air has to travel through there and it comes out the vent hole here. So when we added the one on the hard body, we put it about here. And so it comes out here. So we're going to have to kind of use the Dremel and Dremel this down. And Dremel a hole here. And then we'll take some of this steel and we'll cut a little flap that'll weld onto this and just kind of come up a little ways. The least amount as we possibly can. We want to keep it all real low. That way we don't run into any valve train issues. Once I get it done, I have a head over here. Once I get it all done, I have this head right here. And I'm probably going to test it on the bench just to make sure everything fits and we don't run into any issues. So we are going on the flat side, and if you look, there's not a whole lot of room here. So we got to make sure that it can fit in there and that these rockers can do their thing. So I'm going to go ahead and start getting that off. Bo's in Tucson. He's picking up some stuff for the RX-7, so stay tuned for that. This may come out first, that may come out first. I don't know. Either way, we're both doing some car stuff today. Separate, but together. So here's what I was talking about. I don't know if you can see that right there. We got to cover this up. Let me get this to focus. So we got to cover that up with a little something. You see it's not real tall, just as tall as my finger. So we'll cut this out and then we'll bend a little piece to go there. Maybe put some sides on it. Maybe we won't have to. Not really, but it is what it is. And you're going to get them just that. So. Not the right tool. But it's the one we're going to use. pretty good. Probably do a little grinding on it, try to make it look a little bit prettier. Not that anybody ever's gonna see it, but we'll do that. I just kind of like clearanced it a little bit so that hopefully it doesn't hit nothing. Like I said, we are gonna put it on that other head and see what's up. But anyways, it looks pretty good. I think it's gonna do what I need it to do. Now I just gotta wait for it to cool off so we can give it a nice gas bath. Try and get all this crap out of here. Anyways, there it is. It looks pretty terrible, but I think we're down low enough. You can see a little bit of light through there. Maybe you can't, but I can. But anyways, yeah, I think that's going to do a lot better job than the way we had it. The way we had it, it was just open. You guys saw it. So just whatever could fly in there now, that should prevent a lot of that from happening. So here's the 240 head. Let's see. Seems like it fits just fine. So I think there's plenty of room, and I think that's going to do what we need it to do. So I think we're ready to put this thing back on. I rinsed it out with gas about 4 times, and then I blew it out really good with the air compressor. I don't see anything left in here. I blew all in this crevice and over here. I blew through this port and the back port. Blew up here, blew through here. So I think it's good to go. Let's smack this baby back on. So it's all back together. Can't even tell I did anything. I'm gonna go ahead and start up. We're gonna see if we hear any funny noises. Obviously when it starts up it's gonna sound like a, I don't even know, I guess like a KA, you know, that timing chain life. Anyways, we'll start it up. We'll see if she shuts up, and we'll go from there. I still have to empty the catch can. Haven't done that yet. So I was working on that Subaru, so it was in my spot. Now that it's gone, I'm gonna empty that here in the next couple days. I'm pretty lazy. I also got to build intercooler mount. Mine broke right here. I don't know if you can see that. So my intercooler's kind of wibbly wobbly. Oh, over here too. So gotta fix that. That'll be coming. Little bit of stuff. The other thing is I gotta get this motor running cooler. I have a feeling it's a tune issue. So we'll see. I didn't hear any ticking. I don't know if you guys did. Anyways, we have some exhaust leaks we gotta fix. It's leaking out of that corner right there. You can kind of see it, the black up here. I don't know if it's leaking right there, but some fluid just came out, and I definitely know that this gasket is toast. There's no nut there. That's where it started. So anyways, we got to get that stuff fixed. But she's recovering pretty well from the drift event. Nothing too major, I don't think. The 240 didn't have any issues except for it started leaking gas. So I ordered the gasket for right down there where the filler neck goes into the tank. I just got to put that on. That should fix it. If you look right here, you can see where all the gas was. Let me try and get out of the shot. All the gas was running out right there. The other thing The head is stripped where the valve cover goes into it. I'll show you on this stripped head over here. So we gotta like drill and tap these holes. I'm not really sure how we're gonna do it, but these right here are stripped out. And it looks like they come like factory helicoiled. That's what it looks like. It looks like they drill it out and then that's pressed in there for the threads. So if that's the case, that's no good. That head's probably trashed. This head's trashed. So just add it to my pile of junk. And I don't know if this head's fixable. I don't know if you guys have seen this. It's really weird. It like chewed away around the spark plug. You know, that one's fine. That one's all ate up. And that one's fine. I was told that it was possibly from the spark plugs being messed up. And it was shorting out to the cylinder head. I don't know, maybe that's not a big deal. I'm gonna go ahead and take it to a machine shop and see what the guy says, see what his thoughts are, if it's fixable or not. Can we weld something in there? I don't think so. I think with the explosions happening in there, it would pop the weld out. So I don't know. I gotta take it to somebody that knows a lot more than I do and find out. But that's the problem with the 240 is that those are stripped. Can't use this head because of that. And it looks like we probably can't fix the 240. So I don't know. Maybe just JB weld them in. That sounds like a good idea. Anyways, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Thanks for helping me fix the truck. Hopefully that solves the problem. I'll let you guys know if we run anything else with the stuff that we've done. See you guys next time.